Mic check, 1 2 1 2. How's everyone doing tonight?
Woo!
Yeah, but what does that mean though? Like, when did we say, hey, when someone asks you, how are you doing? I'm gonna scream in your face, right? Like if you do that to me and we're talking and I ask you how you're doing, and you just start clapping and screaming right at my face, I'm gonna smack you really hard. Like at what point did someone say, hey, how are you doing? And they went, before you say that, I don't care. Clap really hard and scream. And the louder you clap and the louder you scream, the better I know you are. It's like, it's kind of like unwritten social rules, like when you go into, like, maybe not a Starbucks or a Trader Joe's, because they love you there. You go into a McDonald's, right, and you just walk right up. You're like looking at what you want to order. Okay, I'll take that. You walk up, the old script. Hi, how are you doing? Good. What can I get for you? But what if you said something that would throw them off the rhythm, right? Like sometimes I go up there and I'm like, you say, hi, how are you doing today? Bad. What can I get for you? Help? I don't know. I just don't understand that. Well, speaking of things I don't understand, hey, I got some new deodorant. Now let me ask you a question. Do you smell BO right now? So that means it's working, right? They don't tell you that the organic kind you buy at Trader Joe's doesn't actually work. I went into Trader Joe's, right, and I'm like, oh man, I'm eating good food now. I have so much, everything good is in here. What about the outside? Organic deodorant. Nope, doesn't work. So, and I paid extra. That's what you get. You get organic deodorant and you pay extra. So I went up to the Target, right? And it's a Target I'd never been to. Never been to this Target. So, but I didn't need help because I knew where I was going. Right? I need deodorant. So I just need to walk down the toiletry aisle, right? And I know I'm there because it's an aisle. You look to the left or to the right, and it's just bright, pinks, blues, oranges, the rainbow, every single color. That's not the right one. You go to the next one, all the dull blacks, all the blues, dark colors screaming right in your face. That's the men's aisle right there. So I'm walking in, and I just need deodorant. I don't need, like, you to tell me 50 different things. So I'm looking, and there's, like, 3 different brands. There's Degree, Old Spice, and Axe. If you guys went to middle school, you know about that. So I'm set on Old Spice. My dad uses Old Spice. Everyone uses Old Spice. So I'm going to Old Spice. And they have these, like, crazy names. So crazy, so extravagant, so unnecessary. Like Swagger or Bear Glove. That smells great. And sometimes they get like really unnecessarily wordy, like fox carcass that's been rotten for 2 weeks. That's the one that'll make you smell like a man. And I thought to myself, no, I don't need a deodorant to tell me that I am a male. I am gonna go for the least manly deodorant out here, because it's probably the one that smells the best. So you go, and there's lavender, Old Spice lavender. I've never seen that before, but I pick it up, I'm like, yes, I found it. A good deodorant that doesn't need to reassure me I'm a man. I sniff it, smells like fresh linen, fresh laundry. I love it. I turn to the back, because you know they always have to write like a little thing. Old Spice with the manly lavender scent. What? Manly lavender? I don't understand that. Like, there are so many things in this world that are perfect. Perfect things that have been proven time and time out, like sciences or maths, you know, things that are true. You cannot say that they're false. Like, in middle school or high school, you learn the quadratic formula of all formulas, and that's a perfect one. I know that one forever. If you guys can help me out on this, we all know it. Y equals negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over, not even leaving a single bit, all over 2a. There you go. I know that to my core. I will never forget that. I learned every song. I learned every story that went with that one. I spent 3 weeks learning the quadratic formula. I was a beast at this. I don't know what it does anymore, but I know it. I know it. But there are these things, right? In this seemingly perfect world, it's so perfect. You know it is. You know the quadratic formula. You know that y equals mx plus b. Again, I don't know what that is. But there are some things you're just like, what? Like, you really just don't understand. And I've been around for a while, right? I'm kind of old. I don't know if it's because I haven't been around long enough or I'm just kind of slow because, I might be a little slow because I've been 20 for 14 months now, and I don't know how that happened. But there's just a lot of things. Like, for example, when I first started college, freshman year, I've seen all those movies, all the college movies, right? Yeah, the student so excited. Their hair's all done. They've got the best outfit on. They've never worn this outfit before. Walk in on the first day of class, sit down, you've got your 17 subject binder on the table. You flip to the first page, Geography 101, let's go. And you need to take notes. That's what the movies tell you. I don't care what the teacher says, you gotta take notes. You just have to take notes, right? So I walk into Philosophy 105, whatever it is. I walk in, and we're sitting, all of us are sitting, and there's so many people, and the professor comes in, and he's in like one of those wheelie chairs that you get at the stores. He was really old, he was so old. He rolls in, the door had to he needed 3 people to hold the door, and he walks in, and first day of school, right? I pull out my notebook, Philosophy 101, every little detail that he will ever say. I need to know it, because it's going to be on the midterm, and I need to know it. So he starts talking about his life. He's 80-something. He starts talking about his life. There's 30 anecdotes, he said, in one day. Not one thing about philosophy. Maybe, metaphorically speaking, maybe. 3 weeks go by. He said so many anecdotes at this point, and I have yet to learn one thing. So I go to his office hours, because that's another thing they tell you to do. Hey, go to office hours, because it's great. So I go in, because I need to ask him, hey, which of your anecdotes are going to be on the midterm, because I'm kind of lost here. And he's talking at me, and I could not pay attention to him, because he's got this spit buildup in the middle of his lip, and every time he opens his mouth to speak, a trail of spit just follows, not missing a single beat. Every time he opens his mouth, a trail of spit follows. What? I want to say, hey, do you feel that? Do you feel a trail of spit coming out of your mouth every time I just kind of want to wipe it. And I feel like it happens among, it's usually men. It happens among men. And I think the age is 28. It usually happens because you're dehydrated. So men, if you're over 28, just drink more water, and you won't have a trail of spit following your lip around. Another thing I don't understand, and this one's a phenomenon, however you want to pronounce that word. It's a good word. I learned it in college. Okay, so you're giving a speech. You're giving a presentation. It's a great presentation. You've prepared your life, since you were born for this presentation. And then you need to detour. You need to, because you fact check. You got to fact check. So you pull out your phone, and like I said, phenomenal. Every single time you do this, someone does it, and you've seen it all. You might not recognize it first, but there are variations of it. Ready? Here it is right now. Hey guys, thanks for coming to my presentation. I'm talking about physics. 1 second while I fact check. And they're spitting all over the front row people. They're just going and I'm like, what? What is that? Okay, you might not have understood it because you might know some music majors. Music majors will do this, but they will skip every fourth beat. They'll go like this. You might also not recognize it because there are variations of it, like the clicking, or the humming, or just a random song. What is that? Cite your sources, am I right? This last thing, it's crazy. It's the most crazy thing you will ever experience in your life, okay? Picture this. You're in class, okay? Quiet class. You're doing some work. The teacher's sitting, probably on Facebook. You're doing some work, and some kid decides to sneeze. Or you think it's a sneeze, but the only reason you think it's a sneeze is because someone says, "Bless you," and they say, "Well, thank you." This is it right here. Ready? Some of you guys might have PTSD, so I'm warning you right now. This might freak you out a little bit. I don't know if it's that they're so scared about like standing out, or they physically, it hurts them to sneeze, but this is it right here. Quiet class. Maybe someone's chewing on gum. Maybe someone's yawning. Here it is right here. What? You think that's better than sneezing out loud, farting? And they're convinced that's the real sneeze. Or this one right here. Ready? Here it is. That's it. That's their sneeze. And people have the audacity to say, "Bless you." I hate it. And you know, I had a conversation in like high school with someone who did this, and they convinced me that was it. That was how they sneezed since the day they were born. They came out the womb like this. I was convinced, okay? They were like, "Yeah, no, that's how I sneeze." I was like, "Okay, no, I'm not even judging you. That's really cool. I have my differences too. Yeah, we're all good. We're all cool. Yeah, it's just really stupid." So I was convinced, right? But then I went to high school and I heard it a lot more amongst people who never spoke a single word, not even when the teacher called on them. Like I was like, "No, maybe, you know what? No, maybe it's people who are shy. Maybe it's people who don't want to like stand out. And that's fine if you want to do that, but just know you're making a big mistake by farting from your mouth instead of sneezing." So this girl, right? I catch her. She does it. We're in class. She sneezes. No, she doesn't. I don't even know what to call that. I'll figure it out sometime. But she goes like this. She does the old fart from the mouth. And I look at her and I'm like, "Why don't you just sneeze?" She's like, no, that's my real sneeze. I was like, "Bullshit. I've been through this before. I've done my research. A sneeze," okay, you can cite me on this. A sneeze exits your hairy nostrils at 200 miles an hour, okay? 200 miles an hour, your snot is flying out of your face. Do you really want a 200 mile an hour pressure exploding in your brain? That's harsh. I also read a story that said some guy was in like the DMV or in a quiet area. He didn't want to make a big deal about sneezing. He suppressed his sneeze and he blew a hole through his throat. This is a real story. It hasn't just gone from you need to stop because you're silly. It has gone from you need to stop because not only are you silly, but you're gonna hurt yourself. Please stop. So after school, after the class ended, I came up to her and I was like, hey, that's not your real sneeze. I'm not stupid anymore. Sneeze like a normal person, right? And she was, nope, that's it. That's how I sneeze. I didn't want to fight it. I just let it go. I was like, you know what? Okay, that's fine. That's how you sneeze. Okay, I will remember that. So one day, she's got the runs. She's sick. She's really, really sick. Like, I've never heard someone sneeze so many times in a row at once. Okay, she is sick. So I'm like, I've got it. I've got her. I've got her for my next class. I'm waiting for that moment when she sneezes for real. And I'm going to catch her. And I'm going to say, there you go. There you go. Now you didn't fart from your mouth. So, of course, she's sick. She's got a handkerchief handy. She's got water. She's got the medicine ball from Starbucks. We all know that one. She's sneezing everywhere. And I wait for the perfect moment, the most perfect moment of silence. Because, you know, what else are you going to do? Pay attention to the teacher? No. I wait for the most perfect moment, okay? And here it comes. I can see her taking it in, taking that deep breath, very deep. It's got to be huge. It's got to be deep. She goes, yes, yes! Everyone stop speaking, stop breathing! I take out my phone, ready to record this. She goes, achoo! And in my mind, I'm thinking, that wasn't that bad of a sneeze. That was like not even ugly. Why have you been trying to hide that your whole life? So I stand up. I'm like, aha! I got you! She is so embarrassed. She looks at me. She's a deer in the headlights at this point. She's looking at me, so embarrassed. I feel really bad about this. I'm not gonna lie. I felt really bad. The room was entirely silent. All of it's her snot-filled face staring at me like a deer in the headlights. And I'm just staring right back at her, and I just wanted to say, hey, I caught you. That's your real sneeze. Stop lying to yourself. I just really wanted to say that, but instead, I think I made it worse. The room is completely silent. She sneezes. Aha! I stand up, deer in the headlights. I look at her, I'm like, you should find some way to hide that. That is a disgusting sneeze. Thank you so much, guys. You guys have been a wonderful crowd. Appreciate that. Thank you so much for coming out. Very nice of you. I'm going to hand it off to you.